Hotep, I am the Amen Osiris, the one and only undisputed God of all. We are 4dterminator.com, America's only 4D education service. Thank God I'm not a lawyer. Thank God this is not a law firm. We don't advocate that you don't support your children or your human offspring. We simply advocate that you made them in private, take care of them in private. All right, today I'm going to provide for you and prove to you and teach you, if you don't already know, that the 4D is a business for profit, okay? Now, I've got some excerpts here. All right, what I've done is, I'll leave these links in the description box so you can confirm it for yourself. Okay. So the first link tells us that the federal OCSS within the USDHS partners with federal, state, tribal, and local governments. Okay. All right. For those of you who do not realize this, the Federal Office of Child Support. All right. 42 USC 652A. All right, is a detached and disconnected organizational unit that oversees the national 4D business for profit. Okay, so it's in a partnership with the state and local governments. You go to the glossary of common child support terms. It defines 4D program means a federal state partnership established under 4D of the Social Security Act. All right, if you go to the federal manual, section 8, page 65. Again, it says what? The 4D program is a partnership between the federal government and the states. So what does that mean? It renders the federal OCSS and the 4D agency that's operating in the state a partnership, which Black's Law's Dictionary defines as the association of two or more persons as co-owners of a business for profit. Bam. All right. Again, don't take my word for it. I'll put the links in there. Look it up. If you don't have a Black's Law's Dictionary, get it. Okay. Now, because it's a business for profit, it was required to submit a business plan, 45 CFR 301.10. Now, it'll say, when you look that up, it's going to say state plan. Okay. It's not a state plan. It's a business plan. All right. And it reads the business. All right. I put this in myself, a couple of things. The business plan is a comprehensive statement submitted by the 4D crime family, describing the nature and scope of the 4D program and giving assurance that it will be administered in conformity with the specific requirements stipulated in Title 4D. This excludes the Constitution, which makes it unconstitutional. All right, its regulations and other applicable issuances of who? The Department of the United States Department of Human Services. All right, the 4D agency, folks, is not a state agency. It is an instrumentality of the federal government. And what they did was to usurp the power. What they did was they said, listen, well, you want to make some money, man. All right, you go ahead and you open up this business for profit. You submit your business plan to us. All right. And it has to be in conformity with 4D of the Act, which all of you know by now was never enacted into positive law, which means anything done under Title 4D is being done under color of law. Okay. 1983. All right. So because the federal government's jurisdiction is only 10-mile square radius, District of Columbia. What is it? Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17, within the 10-mile square radius. Congress wrote this bullshit. It only applies in the District of Columbia. And that's why they use the social, because it is owned by the District of Columbia. All right, we'll get into that later. So the business plan contains all information necessary for the federal OCSS, Office of Child Support Services, they changed the name, to determine whether the business plan can be approved as a basis for federal financial participation, all right, and basically profit from the 4D program. Follow me. Okay, the business for profit sells 7 4D services. You can get this right off their website. And of course, I've already added the regulation, 45 CFR 302.33 CA. All right, so they sell these services, 1 through 7, parent location, paternity establishment, establishment of orders. All right, there is no such thing as child support. All right, review and modify for support orders, collect support payments, distribution, establishment, and enforcement of a support order. Okay, brothers, if you read We Hunt versus Ledbetter, if you read Blessing versus Freestone, Mason versus Bradley. I mean, there's a ton of case laws that clearly state Title 4D was never intended to benefit individual children or parents or needy families with children, all right, because they were never the intended beneficiaries of the statute. The legislative intent of Title 4D, according to the 11th Circuit, all right, was to benefit the public treasury and the taxpayer. All right, that's false advertisement. We'll get into that another time. All right, so are 4D services free? No, they are not. All right, check this out. 4D services shall be available to any individual upon application. There it is. So they have to, so whoever wants it, they have to apply for it from the business for profit. The provisions of 4D services between the business for profit and the buyer are governed by what? Application. All right. Title 4D requires a $35 application fee for furnishing the sale of these 7 services. And incidentally, if you go to the federal manual, page 71, it'll tell you the 5 major streams of money that the 4D family profits from. And check this out. Application fees are its 5th largest revenue stream. So it's a business for profit. It sells services to buyers. These buyers are called what? Customers. One who regularly or repeatedly makes purchases of or has business dealings with a tradesman or business house. Ordinarily, one who has had repeated business dealings with another. Here it is, a buyer or a purchaser or a patron. All right, so these services are sold and they are bought by buyers. Okay, now let's go. We're going to switch this up. We're going to switch this up. We're going to go. Of course, you know I love fucking with New Jersey. All right, Jersey, I'm not done with you. I'm telling you, I'm shutting you down. All right, so this is the New Jersey 4D crime families website. Okay, now, now it says child support. Again, false advertisement. Blessing versus Freestone. All right, We Hunt versus Ledbetter. I got a ton of case laws, and I'm going to start classes on those. So it is the responsibility of each parent, both mother and father, to make sure their child has enough food to eat, clothes to wear, and safe place to live. Still, some children do not get the support they need. Again, Blessing versus Freestone. Title 4D ain't about children. All right, and one of the other things, I'm going off topic here, but you notice it says both mother and father. It doesn't say man or woman. All right, there's only 3 instances where the word man appears, and I just showed you that in my guerrilla warfare video the other day. All right, that's dealing with the conversion. So, and right here, I love this one. Remember, your child has the right to support, and you have the right to this help. Okay, again, false advertisement. Blessing versus Freestone. We Hunt versus Ledbetter. Mason versus Mason. There's a ton of them, all right, that contradict this. But this is what I want to show you. Look, right here. Customers need to update your information. All right. Title 4D is a service that is sold to customers for a $35 application fee. All right. Now, the other day, I was telling you and explaining to you, as a man, you have rights. All right. As a non-custodial pay rent does not have rights because it is property. 20 CFR 422-103D. It is positively identified by a social. 42 USC 666 AC3. 666, Mark of the Beast, violation of your religious freedom. All right, so customers, they sell this to customers. Let's confirm it in, again, let's confirm it from New Jersey itself. All right, this is the New Jersey, there it is again, Child Support Hearing Officer Program Operations Manual. And I'm going to show you one more thing before we leave here because I'm almost done. All right, we're going to go back to page 22. All right, what's it say? Customer service. All right, you got a business for profit that sells services to customers. All right, the goal of New Jersey court system is to serve our what? Customers. Okay, now if we go to section 1208, nope, I went too far. Shit. All right, I'm going to show you how they get there. We go to section 1208. accuracy of information. So at first you hear the word customer. Now it's going to come up as something different. The child support hearing officer must ensure that uniform summary support order is carefully reviewed for accuracy. Here it is. The litigants. Now, how do you go from a customer to being a litigant? Litigant is someone that is in court. A business for profit owns a court. All right. The litigants must be properly named and properly identified as either obligor or obligee. If they're identified, all right. So it goes from being a customer, then to a litigant, then to an obligor or an obligee. Conversion, folks. All right, conversion. So I'm going to take you to, I'm going to take you to 42 USC 666. Pop right up. Pow. Okay. All right, number one, again, mark of the beast. All right, requirements. We're going to go down to section 4. All right, first, before I do that, we're going to go to AC3. Notice of the non-custodial pay rent social security number. Property, gentlemen. All right. And look, home address. The home address, this is slick. All right. This home address is going to have a zip code affixed to it. All right. Putting whoever receives it and answers it, all right, and accepts the invitation. All right, they're going to by accepting mail with a zip code, put you under the jurisdiction of the corporate United States in the District of Columbia, and now Title 4D and its federal regulations, you're subject to it as a non-custodial pay rent. Remember, Social Security cards are issued to what? U.S. citizens. All right, that's why they use it. All right, so we're going to go down to section 4. All right, right here. Liens arise by operation of law against real and personal property for amounts overdue support owed by who? A non-custodial pay rent who resides or owns property in where? In the state. All right. All right. So we're going to talk about operation of law. And this is the fun part, and I'm going to close it out. According to Black's Law's Dictionary, operation of law, all right, expresses the manner in which rights and no, you know what? We're not even going to do that. We're going to say liability. All right. Operation of law express the manner of which liabilities develop upon a person. Who is this person? Non-custodial pay rent, by the mere application to a particular transaction of the established rules of law without the act or cooperation of the party himself. All right, in here, the party himself, right, is you, but then it doesn't matter because they've already converted you to a person, which is the non-custodial parent, pay rent. Now, remember, these liabilities develop upon a person to the mere application of a particular transaction. What is the transaction, gentlemen? The $35 application fee for furnishing 4D services. That's the operation of law that now you've gotten that invitation, right? You've gone in there thinking that you're dealing with a judge and you're dealing with deputies and clerks of court, and you're not. You're dealing with contractors. 45 CFR 302.34. And what happens is you don't fight. You've waived your rights. The minute you open that document, you already waived your rights. Okay. I keep telling people stop accepting mail. Okay. How you send it back is up to you. Me personally, like I said, easiest way, put it in a bigger envelope. Put the return address, care of your return address. Don't use your name. And mail it back to them certified. When you get the green 3811 back, that means that service of process is ineffective. And if they go past that, you got a case. You got a case anyway, regardless. Okay? So Title 4D is a business for profit. And this is what I like. All right. It submitted a business plan. All right. A plan is something you're going to be doing. All right. You're going to rob a bank. You need a plan. All right. So the plan, the business plan, basically out of all these words, what it really truly says is, all right, the business plan is a comprehensive statement submitted by the 4D crime family describing the nature and scope on how it will convert you from a Article 1, subsection 1 man by nature equal, free, and independent to property in relation to a non-custodial pay rent because it's identified by a Social Security number. That's all it is, gentlemen. Everything that you're going through, the rights violations, premeditated. All right. You plan on murdering somebody, and you get caught, that's premeditated murder. All right. This is called premeditated conversion. Okay. Conversion, changing something to another. They converted you. That's all it is. Gigs up, New Jersey and the rest of the 4D crime families. I'm shutting it down. Okay. Hit that like button, subscribe. If you need some help, bang my email at hathornsec@gmail.com. You can grab yourself a consultation, or we can provide you with a class. Gentlemen, just so you're aware, consultations and classes are not the same thing. So if you email me and ask me for a consultation, I will give you that. They run about an hour. If you want a class, I will provide that. They run about an hour up. Okay. We will provide you, once you if you get a consultation or class, we will provide you with the books that you will need: the Black's Laws Dictionary, the Federal Manual, and the Glossary of Common Child Support Terms. The reason I give those out, because that's what I started with. All right. And I mastered the whole 4D crime family through those 3 books alone. So get up at me. Enjoy your day. It's a business for profit, fellas. All right. I'm going to do another video very shortly. All right. I'm going to be showing you, all right, and teaching you and proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that you're under no court order to pay the 4D crime family. The Constitution in the state even provides you that. Okay. I'm the Alman Osiris. All right. Bang that email. All right. Check out the website. Leave a comment and do your research. Don't take my word for it, fellas. Hotep.